The Sports Hit List, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Carl Coulange, and I have my guest panel for today's NFL playoff picture. Mike Miller, sir.
What's going on?
How's it going, man?
Great.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my brother.
Big Al. I got it right this time, right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Anthony?
It's good, sir.
And Kenny returning to the show.
Yes, sir.
Now, you see I put Mike over here. I put Kenny over here. You guys have anything you want to say to each other before we start about Peyton Manning? Anything to say, Mike? You had a lot to say last time. The last time I had you guys on, it was a problem.
Listen,
so let me make sure it's good this time.
I'm good, man.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, please check out the Peyton Manning episode. We have Mike on one side saying that Peyton Manning is the greatest quarterback, and Kenny said he is not. So if you want further details, please check out that on YouTube, and please continue to watch our content. But for today's show, we're talking about the NFL playoff picture, the wild card games. We have Indianapolis versus Cincinnati in the AFC. We also have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, Mike, what do you see coming out of that for the wild card?
Honestly, I like Andrew Luck. So because I like Andrew Luck, quarterback-driven league, I think with the addition with T.Y. Hilton, I think they're good enough to – and plus, Cincinnati, we know the story. Andy Dalton can't win the big games. Marvin Lewis still can't win a playoff game. So I'm going to go with Indianapolis in that one. And I like the Ravens. So I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to take Indianapolis.
All right. Al?
I somewhat agree with Mike, yet disagree. I'm liking Baltimore.
Okay.
Because based on the rivalry that they have with Pittsburgh and the last year they played, their defense, I'm sure, remembers that game. So it's playoff time. It's time to get real.
Okay.
Cincinnati. I think Marvin Lewis is getting tired of losing the game. I think it's going to be an upset.
Okay,
as far as Andrew Luck is concerned, they have their running game, their running defense, they're suspect. And I feel like Cincinnati's going to run the ball on them, set up the play action pass, although their top receiver is out right now.
Okay.
So I'm sure Cincinnati's going to find a way to. Okay.
So over here, I don't even need to ask you about the Steelers and the Ravens. We already know where you're going with, right?
Of course.
Why
would you say
the avid
that?
Steeler fan in the building.
Yes. I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Steelers, of course.
Yes.
All right. And what about the other matchup?
I'm going to go with the underdog. I'm going to ride with the Bengals also.
Okay.
How are they the underdog?
And they are. They are.
They are.
That's really an underdog?
They're not favorite.
They're not favorite.
They're not favorite because of their history.
They're not
a good team.
favorite.
Okay.
They're not favorite.
Okay.
So
We have a
they are the
disagreement.
underdog.
1 second. Okay. We have a disagreement.
They got
Mr. Irby.
That's
Well, guys.
the
Let Mr. Irby have his point. Your take on the AFC division, wild card games.
I believe, I think, basically it's going to be a convergence of two bad teams coming together. Not bad teams overall, but the Colts have been playing terrible the last couple of weeks, and Andy Dalton and the Bengals ain't built for prime time. But I think a convergence of two people who meet each other at the right time, and one of them will emerge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Bengals will emerge because Andrew Luck ain't been right since Ahmad Bradshaw got hurt.
Okay.
They ain't look right. T.Y. Hilton's got a tweaked hamstring, and Trent Richardson's terrible, and that's what they have.
All right. Terrible.
Hakeem Nicks he's a shell of what he used to be. So
Okay.
it's also all messed up, and I think Cincinnati's going to run the ball a lot.
And Pittsburgh and the Ravens.
I think it depends on Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell can rock, then
He's going to be good.
All right. I don't think he's going to be good. He's hyperextended his knee. Hyperextended knee for running back.
Tore no ligaments.
That doesn't mean he's
In
going to
1
be good
week.
a week later.
1 week.
Not
It's
in
not-
1 week.
not
He's
in
going
1
to
week.
just
Nah,
snap
man.
back.
So-
Not in 1 week.
Nah.
So I'm thinking it depends on that. So if Le'Veon's good, Pittsburgh will probably take it. But if he's not good, Ravens rivalry game, my bet would be I'll go with the purple shirt.
Purple shirt with the Ravens. Okay. So now let's break down the NFC wildcard matchup. First, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Lions. America's team. Do they finally win a playoff game?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. I think and everybody knows it's been documented. The reason they're different, they have a running game now.
Right.
They have a running game. Running games are built for the playoffs.
Right.
They have a running game. I'm definitely picking them.
You picking them? Al,
I think Dallas as well.
you think Dallas as well?
Dallas as well. On top of the running game, I think Romo, due to injury last season, I think he's ready for that prime time.
Right. Now, in the other matchup, we have Carolina versus the Cardinals. Everyone's saying that Carolina is – I was talking to Al earlier. He's saying Carolina is a hot team right now.
Yeah.
Who do we see coming out of that game?
For the reason you just said. We know with the NFL, it's typically those last 3 weeks when you get hot,
Get hot.
and then it just rolls over into the playoffs. So I'm going with Carolina.
Carolina, and you're already going with Carolina.
And only because Arizona, they're not built for it.
That's the Kansas City Chiefs of last year.
They're not built
That's
for
what
it.
they are.
Third string quarterbacks, injury plagued team. Nah.
Okay.
And Carolina is hot.
Okay. You guys over here, what do you think of the NFC wildcard matchups? We have the Cowboys first off. The Cowboys playing the Lions.
I believe the Cowboys should, of course, hands down.
They should win.
But,
So
yes,
no collapse on the Cowboys this year.
No.
I'm going to go with Detroit.
Whoa.
I was talking about Al earlier.
Okay.
And with Sue, I thought they could withstand that line, kind of like stalemate. But I think it's going to be a problem. But Dallas is just Dallas. They'll do
Dallas is just Dallas. They
Yeah.
just do what they do.
They'll probably put the ball in Tony Romo's hands and throw it up 50 times.
But this year,
Plus, they're not as good as at home. They're like 4-4.
They have
Like,
but
best
this
running
year,
game.
we haven't seen the same Romo we've seen in previous
Tell 'em.
years.
Yeah.
It's a totally different Romo.
I know.
Wouldn't we give him the chance to prove himself in a wild card playoff
He's had
matchup?
9 years to prove himself. I got to prove himself.
But this year is different.
Tell 'em,
No,
Carl,
I think
tell
this
'em.
year-
I mean,
I
given
think this
Sunday.
year-
Tell 'em.
Different, yeah.
Hold on,
Tell
wait.
'em.
Sue's with no pass rush. I think Sue, that suspension will be a factor. So they do put it in Romo's hand.
But Sue's
Romo-
not the main
Romo-
person on the like. They have a good stout line. They have a great
They
front
do.
seven.
But he's a big
They
part
do.
of
It's
it.
a big part of the line,
He's a
though.
big part of
Yeah.
it.
No, I
But I think
can
they,
honestly say
I think
no.
they have somebody who could step up.
He makes it
Okay.
possible for everybody to
to
get
flow.
He
They're-
makes it
they're-
possible
Okay.
for
They're
everybody.
a top 5 defense.
Okay.
I think they will stand.
So in the last
He's been
matchup,
suspended before.
we have Carolina, the Carolina versus the Cardinals. What do you have?
Carolina, but not because they're a hot team, because I think they've been beating a bunch of terrible teams. But
Okay.
I think more because Arizona's on the 4th-string quarterback, the 3rd-string running back.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald ain't the same. Michael Floyd is terrible. The defense just got beat up the last couple of weeks. They're just reeling. I mean, I think it's a testament to the coaching staff and what they've done to make it to the playoffs.
Right.
But I think this is as far as it goes.
And
They come
Okay.
from-
they play the pathetic NFC South.
and
That's the main reason
Okay.
why.
and they
All
come-
right,
they-
so
they
now-
come from cross country.
Okay, so now moving on in terms of advancing to the divisional rounds. Anthony, you were saying that it all depends on who wins and what games. We see the teams that got the byes. You have Seattle, you have Denver. Those type of teams. What do you see? Green Bay. What do we see here, Anthony? What do you think in terms of, do we see the elite teams advance, the ones that got the byes? Do we have any upsets going into the divisional round?
Yes, I see an upset. I see the Steelers beating Denver.
Well, obviously.
That's why I say
I see
that. Why
it.
do you say that? Can you not
I
be
see
biased?
it. I'm not biased. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? Can I not give my honest opinion?
Let him talk. Let him give his opinion, guys. Let him give his opinion.
Okay, like we've just all talked about how streaks and streaky teams are and how they advance in the playoffs. So right now, my Steelers are hot. Right now, Peyton Manning is not. That is
The
just
Steelers
that
are hot.
simple.
Peyton Manning is
And
not.
that's
The
it.
Steelers are hot. Peyton Manning
And
is
Peyton
not.
Manning
Kenny,
is
do you
not.
agree with that?
And if they
What do you
don't
I
think?
mean,
Peyton, they
the
can't
logic
win.
is sound. I'm not going to knock it. The rhyming Dr. Seuss over it. It just happens to be what it is, you know? That's.
But
ain't wrong.
do you
they
think?
just went 47-14 yesterday, Denver?
They play Oakland?
I don't care.
Right?
I don't care. 47
Okay,
is 47.
so who's just so Mike, I'm going to get to you in a minute. So who's just sleeper pick in terms of, do you think the bye teams advance, or do you think it's a clean for the bye teams, or do you think
I
that
think
there's
the
a
fight team is I don't think that.
the bye teams advance? Mike, over here, same thing,
I think the bye team is bad.
advance. Any final?
If Pittsburgh wins,
When?
they'll beat them.
Do we have any final Super Bowl picks now? Now we're getting to Super Bowl picks. What's the final verdict on the Super Bowl?
Listen, same thing as last year. The road goes through Seattle, and nobody's going to win there. Dallas is the.
But Dallas beat them in Week 6.
They're the only team that has a glimmer of a hope to win in there. But
Okay.
I don't think anybody's going to win in there. So the road goes through Seattle again in the NFC. So I have Seattle
In
and
the AFC.
I hate to say it, but
Tom Brady?
I hate to say it.
Wait, hold on.
I hate to say it.
You're a Jets
I
fan.
hate to say it,
We don't care for that team.
but honestly, I think they're clicking on all cylinders right now.
Okay. So are you agreeing with Mike? Dallas, New England. Okay. Final Super Bowl picks?
My Super Bowl picks, I have Seattle. and
Steelers.
Yes,
Seattle Steelers.
Seattle.
Seattle, New England.
Seattle, New England. All right, so when we do our Super Bowl show, we'll have our very same panel. We'll play back and see if you guys had any predictions that were right. So we'll see. There'll be a testament to see if you guys were on the ball or were you completely off. Right? Almost guaranteed. Are you guaranteed on the Sports Hit List?
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
You heard it first here on the Sports Hit List.
Grown man football is something they got to deal with.
Okay. Final word? Guaranteeing anything?
No guarantee.
No guarantee, but guarantee on you guys. So just remember, you'll be put on the spot, and we'll go back to the tape.
I don't care.
You don't care?
It's just sports, baby.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching the Sports Hit List. Please continue to watch.
Baby.
Please continue to watch our episodes. Log on to Facebook, like the Facebook fan page. Log on to Instagram at the Sports Hit List. We'll see you next time.